Hi guys, I hope you're doing well. Today is Thursday, the 27th of August. I hope you're doing better than me because I just got stopped out, innit? Anyway, let's start with the daily time frame. So today I want to start off on the daily time frame because there is something that has happened here at the 1.36550 and okay, first of all, let me not ignore the fact that yes, as much as I have been bullish for a long period of time, and I guess this August, in fact, we have just been in an uptrend that you can see, but the daily candle here closed bearish and it closed at this very significant level because this here was also a previous level in the past and even when we go back. So I'm not going to ignore this because as much as yes, we were an uptrend and it was looking quite overexhausted, on Monday I was hoping that price would continue pushing, but it didn't. That was before this particular bearish candle formed. But now that this candle formed, guys, I'll not be shocked if this bearish candle would even give pressure for maybe price to come down here, or even all the way back down to here. Because you can see if at all this happens, then we are going to be in a range again. You can see we had a point here, point here, point here, point here, and then now it looks like the buyers, my buys, buying pressure has refused and sellers could be coming in. So I won't be shocked if price wants to come even all the way back down to here before pushing upwards. And the main reason I am still going to remain bullish, just long-term bullish for now, I could even look for sells because I only look for, again, 60 pips in the market. But also when I just go to the weekly time frame, you can see that even with this trend line that I've been having, this particular symmetrical triangle, this here was the previous swing high, because in the middle here, I was pointing out many times that I wasn't convinced of any sellers because I was just not seeing any candles here that were giving this trend line a lot of strength. So because this here was still the swing high, if at all, you can see even if at all I move my trend line like this, and you can see it'll have 1, 2, 3 touches, and let's say my symmetrical triangle pattern still remains, you can see if at all, if price decides to come all the way back down here, it is still valid, and then we can see if we can have a breakout either to the downside or to the upside. But for me personally, I'll not be shocked if maybe price wants to do a breakout from this triangle. It would still make sense to me, even though this is a long shot, but I'm just sharing just to share my thoughts. But you can see if at all we do have like a bullish breakout, you can see that it still makes sense for price to come all the way back down, back up to the 1.343. That is a long shot once again. Price could still continue selling, so that's fine. But I just want to point that out because that is something that I cannot ignore, especially for me, because my entries are usually based off candlesticks, and this here is a very beautiful bearish candle, almost could be like a double top situation here. So I'm going to be on standby. Again, I'm a day trader, so if at all the selling is showing up, I'm going to be selling. Okay, so yeah, I just wanted to point that out. So maybe that pullback could start. Yeah, it could be maybe a deep pullback or a deeper pullback, or even, you know, very long pullback, but we'll just have to wait and see. So that is the daily time frame. I'm not going to ignore that. 4-hour time frame now. So in the 4-hour, this is where things were now interesting for me because, yeah, as I mentioned, this August we were in an uptrend. I was personally very bullish from even July. It's got some nice trades here, but again, not that nice because I wasn't able to capitalize on all these moves here. So you can see at the moment we do have a breakout of this trend line. There's a very high potential even with trend lines for price to come all the way back down to here, which is why I won't be shocked. So just looking at the 4-hour time frame, personally, I'm not seeing any bearish candles here apart from the ones on the daily, the one formed on the daily time frame, which is from this move. That's why I was not interested in looking for sells even on Monday, because I was just not seeing anything. However, now that the candle closed yesterday, I could be interested in taking some short-term sells. So I can see that we have a breakout. Yeah, we even broke this particular level here. I believe smart money traders call this maybe a break of structure or a change of character. I'm not too sure. But yeah, looking at this at the moment, if I do take my fibs, right now we're just starting the impulsive move. So there could be a potential for price to even head on lower before, you know, giving that like a decent pullback, and then we see what happens. But yeah, is there anything? Let me put my fibs. I think it might be a bit too early, but let me see. So currently, just looking at where price is at the moment, you can see the 50% is lining up at the 1.3362. For now, let me even round this off at the moment, since now the 2 pips is not too bad. So yeah, you can see this is lining up well at the 1.362, the 50%, 61.8. So I would be interested in taking maybe some little pullbacks, and then we see what happens. I don't know, guys. I personally will not be trading today or even tomorrow. I'll wait until next week for that weekly candle to close, and then I will see. But yeah, for now, best thing for me would just be looking for a little pullback, continuation sells. But it's still, somebody could still say this is still an uptrend, because again, this is still the swing high, swing low. So there even could be another reaction over here that could even push price up. But again, because of that daily bearish engulfing candle, I'm not too keen, guys. I'm not too keen. I'm not too sure I like this price action too much. But yeah, just looking from the 4-hour time frame, I think sells do look much more interesting today than buys. So 1-hour time frame, what's going on the 1-hour time frame? So in the 1-hour time frame, you can see this is the consolidation. My entry that got stopped out after 2 very long days was here. I entered this trade based off the bullish engulfing candle here on the 1-hour time frame. Stop loss was 30 pips. My stop loss is usually 30 pips. Even when I do have a possibility of narrowing my stop loss for a better risk to reward, my stop loss will always be 30, guys. I do not have less than 30 pips as stop loss, and I believe my 1:2 was around there. So you can see yesterday, there was some news yesterday. I believe the PCE got stopped out here after very long days. I will say that this trade was, it was honestly a bit overexhausted. And one of my main things that I was skeptical about, even when I was making my analysis on Monday, was that price still hadn't really come to the 38.2. Yes, it was a zone, and yes, I was trying to defend it, but it's also like it was a bit too shallow. So maybe next time I can just stick to it actually touching the 38.2 or even going a bit lower, because you can see there's still a bit of space, and usually when this happens, price can easily pull back, and that is why I didn't want to also compromise on my stop loss. So yeah, 2 days holding that one, got my L. So this August, I've had 3 trades so far, 2 losses and 1 win, 3% win around here. I'm still closing off the month profitable. If at all I don't trade, but if I do get a nice setup where I can look for sells, maybe the girl could enter, but I don't know. I've been a bit scared because this position here was honestly stressing me out. I did update that on my Instagram. I was just not feeling it as much. So yeah, and you can see again my intuition and how I was feeling definitely got stopped out, and that was what it was. So yeah, on the 1-hour time frame, yeah, again, nothing too extraordinary. I'm just waiting for a little bit of a pullback, if at all that can happen. Maybe look for continuation sells, but even buyers could still defend this position and say they could be looking for buys. So long story short, I'd rather be waiting. Personally, I don't think I'll be trading again until I get something very clear. If I do get like a bearish engulf candle, maybe around here, I could be interested in taking that. But yeah, it's looking a bit tricky. Let me put my moving averages and see. So on the moving averages, the 20 here is just touched here a little bit. We do have the 50 up here. I think we also have a key level around here, but you can see also with this zone, it's still looking like very, very choppy to put like another potential maybe resistance up here. So I don't know. This is something that I'd probably do by myself or when I'm doing my personal analysis on Sunday. But yeah, not too interested, guys. But again, if you caught the sells, that's very, very lovely. I know some people were looking for sells. It is what it is. Anything else to add on the 1-hour time frame? I don't think so. But at least I'm glad that we had some sort of breakout from this particular consolidation here since on Thursday. So yeah, let me go to the DXY. On the DXY, this is what I have on the DXY also. But the thing is, even on the weekly time frame with this particular resistance, people could still argue that this is an uptrend because this here was still the swing low, swing high, and now we are just dangling in between here. Personally, because for me, I did see this double top, I am not going to be convinced of anything that's going to be happening here. If I do widen my trend line, because you guys know trend lines are usually dynamic, they're not static. You can see even on the weekly time frame, it makes sense because this again here is the swing point from the weekly time frame. On the daily time frame, it was around here in the 4-hour, but because bigger time frames are king, I have to go with what the weekly time frame is doing. So just looking at now what's happening here, it's okay. This looks very nice. I do like this bullish engulfing candle here. This was formed yesterday, so again now I'm a bit more like, okay, maybe these sells might not continue right now, but the fact that we do have a bullish engulfing candle, this is nice. So I won't be shocked if price wants to push up, maybe bounce off this particular trend line that we have here, this channel that I have, even to here. even here is still fine, but I do love the fact that we had like a double rejection here, like a double top. So for me personally, as much as yes, I'm a day trader and I'm looking at what's going to be happening here, I think my long-term bias would still be for, even if at all even price comes here, I'm still going to be long-term bearish on the pound. I mean on the dollar index. So yeah, looks nice. This looks very, very nice. Now I'm a bit, okay, I can now be convinced if at all there's going to be buying pressure on the DXY, because that daily candle looks nice. We do have a breakout. This is the 4-hour time frame. We do have a breakout out of that trend line. This is clean. I was really hoping when I was taking my buy trade on the pound that this trend line on the DXY would also hold so that the DXY could continue dropping, but you can see that did not happen, and now we've broke out. So yeah, again, I won't be shocked if price wants to maybe do continue upwards, maybe to here or even further up, as I mentioned. Yeah, any entries for today on the DXY? Maybe just again that little pullback, if at all it wants to make a pullback. If I take my fibs, let's say from here to here, yeah, it's still a bit shallow. I would like for price to come at least to the golden zones there, somewhere here, and then maybe continue pushing up. So that would also now validate why maybe I'd also like to look for a little pullback on the pound before looking for anything. So yeah, the DXY, at least it does look much, much better. Let's see what happens, because as day traders, we just have to take advantage of the little movements that happen in the market. I hope that made sense. Yeah, I hope that made sense. Nothing too crazy. I'm hoping September looks like it's going to be a good month, because August was a trending month. So let's see. Maybe September, the fact that we've broken out, maybe that could now start some selling, and then we see if at all, for those who are long-term bias on the pound, maybe we see what happens there. So quite interesting. I do appreciate that the pound has been quite clean. Just to look at the euro quickly, because on the euro, I did spot something on the weekly time frame. The euro does look like it's forming. So on the pound USD, we have a triangle, and here it looks like a wedge. So you can see even on the euro as well, if at all price wants to come, let's say even back down to here, it's still fine. If at all we get a breakout to the upside, it would make sense, because even with wedges, this is a long shot. I'm just sharing my thoughts here again. This is just sharing my thoughts. If at all this is a wedge and we break out here, you can see that it also lines up well to the top of the channel, the 1.24, which also you can see again, we have a level around here. Let me actually just mark this here as well, because yeah, this is what I'm looking at, guys. I'm not gonna lie, I'm still going to remain bullish on on my little pound and euro, but yeah, we'll just see what happens. For now, this looks quite clean. A daily time frame, yeah, you can see we also have a bounce on the euro off that falling wedge here, so there could be a potential of the euro also dropping, and then we see what happens. So still okay, I adapt, no hard feelings. It is what it is. So yeah, taking a look at the calendar, let me refresh this. That is on Wednesday, and then on Thursday we have no news, which is today, and then on 5 p.m. At 5 p.m. on Friday, East African time, we have the chairman that's going to be speaking, and we also have a symposium that's going to be lasting the whole day. Let me just move forward to, okay, on Monday we have a bank holiday, so there might not be much movement here, which is fine. And then PMI, and then non-farm employment change on Friday, 4th September. So next week looks a bit clean, at least till Thursday. These news, I've never really seen them affecting the market as much. But yeah, still have to be careful, because actually on that sell position, buy position that I had on the pound, I had to close it on my FTMO, since FTMO does not allow news trading, my particular account. So I took that L on my personal account. Yeah. All right. That is it. I hope I haven't talked too much. Just sharing my thoughts on this one. I will see you on the next one. Also, stay tuned for me buying my prop firm. I think I have decided. I did make a poll on my Instagram and YouTube, and I think I have decided on the one that I'm going to be buying, which is probably going to be this week. So stay tuned. After this video, after today, I will be posting my next prop firm, and I will be buying it live over here. So yeah, have a good day. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.